Welcome to Celebrating Everyday People, where we recognize those amazing people doing amazing work out there. My co host is Malcolm Berman, and my name is Yana Larson. You can find us on malcolmpresents.com and on Malcolm's YouTube. We also have a Facebook page, and we're on Buzzsprout in all major directories and beyond as we enhance our online presence. Today, our guest is Annette Goes. And I'm delighted to introduce her, a truly inspiring individual whose story is one of resilience, creativity, and community. At 57, Annette has navigated the challenges of living with a tracheostomy for the past 9 years following an intubation complication. Despite this, she embraced a new chapter during quarantine, discovering Hago, which she will talk about, and finding inspiration in the virtual guides adventures. This experience reignited her passion for storytelling and sharing, leading her to become a guide herself after a heartfelt application and introduction video. Her creativity shines through in many ways. She is a talented resin artist, creating pieces that are sold in local shops, pubs, and online. She also explores creative writing, positive affirmations, old Hollywood, true crime, and live walking tours through her live streams, never limiting herself to a single genre. Beyond her artistic pursuits, she is a devoted dog mom and an active member of the live streaming community. In addition, she is currently working on a limited series screenplay, always finding new ways to express her creativity and connect with others. Welcome to our show, Annette. Let's start with talking about Hago, if you'd like, and what a lifesaver that was for so many tour guides and voyagers around the world during the pandemic. And I should say, Annette Goes is her social media handle. So that's how folks can find you.
Annette,
Welcome.
Annette
Thank
Goes,
you.
Goes.
Where Annette goes, you can go too, Malcolm.
Ooh,
How you like that one?
I like it. I like
How you
it.
like them
Very
apples?
clever.
Did you
This
want to be, can I put your real name, your name, or just do Annette
it would
Goes
be
on me?
irrelevant because
Okay,
I don't even have a social media presence under my real
under
name.
your real name.
Right. And by the way, and don't share my real location. We're in the Bat Cave right now.
Ah, well, I could tell that you have a virtual background. That is not
No,
even, that background is not real.
no, this is real. This is
Oh,
my art studio.
my background is not real.
No, that's real.
Oh, okay.
Malcolm, do you know where you are?
I,
Are
I,
you
I,
okay?
I'm not sure I know where I am. I'm not sure who I am.
That's okay. It's all about self-exploration and
Ah,
celebration.
Self
Listen, all
actualization.
who wander are not lost, Malcolm. You will find
no, no,
yourself,
no,
Malcolm
no,
son.
no, no, we're not lost. We're trying to find new vistas, new things to
Yeah,
explore.
just don't chart the adventure. Just go where it takes you. But we
That's
are
what we do.
definitely in my art studio,
Ah,
I love the colors.
full of creative chaos, candy, and nonsense. This is where I come down and do my resin, and
that, that,
which I
that looks like my cousin's background, who's a beautician,
sh
and
but
she
your
has.
cousin owes me royalties because this is my spot.
She got the idea from Annette.
Yeah, that's right. She was like, "Well, where Annette goes, I can go too."
Ooh,
There you go.
She's
Malcolm,
like,
you'll have
"That
to join
Annette just
along.
gave permission."
I feel like we're doing a session of Twilight Zone. Have you ever seen that old series?
Welcome to my life,
Yeah,
Malcolm.
yeah.
Don't rub it in.
It's Rod Serling. He was ahead of his time.
He
Listen,
was.
my parents let me watch that. I'm born in 68, right? I'm a 70s kid. And there were some scary movies and shows for kids that came out at that time. And
I
so my
remember.
parents, do you remember? My parents would send us to bed like The Shining and stuff like
Oh,
that.
the shot.
And oh, and my parents would send us to bed, but I wasn't bad. I was. I was
Well,
interested in pushing the li I was
You're
interested in seeing
precocious.
if no really meant no.
Yeah, there you go.
Like because to me sometimes it felt like just an automatic response. Can I
That
eat the whole
wasn't
bag of
no,
marshmallows?
no.
No.
that's
Can I stay up late on school night? No.
Absolutely not.
Can I say a curse word on Malcolm's show?
no.
No. So I always kind of push the barriers, but in a very James Bond way and
Yes.
Mission Impossible. And so I would wait till my brother fell asleep, and I would hear it calling me, dun 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 dun, and down the hallway I would go
You open the
and watch the
doors?
show
Oh,
She
and
opened
wake
the
up
doors of her mind.
no.
and wake up shrieking at 4 a.m.
Mm.
and have to get put to bed with my parents. So, but no, this is my creative space. I've always been a
Yeah.
creative. Um, I I refuse to accept when people say, "Well, I'm not creative. I couldn't do that." I recently started hosting resin classes in my studio, and this year I'm going to start making candles and soaps and this and that, and hold more classes. And when people say I'm not creative at all, those are the people that have the best time in my classes
Yes, because they find
because
out they are.
we all are, and you don't have even have to tap into it. You just free fall into it.
Exactly.
You
And
know,
don't you find that the older people get, the more, or well, I shouldn't say the more they want to accept that. Some of us stay closed-minded, but some of us just like open up and say,
I mean,
free,
think about
free
this.
from the children, the child within.
Oh, I got dog hairs floating around here. Hold on. Let me park the things. So, have you ever met a kindergartner that said they couldn't do a finger painting?
Oh, all kindergartners, if you ask them they're artists, yes, they're an
Of
artist.
course they are.
Quick
It doesn't
answer,
occur
yes.
to them to say, I don't have a creative bone in my body.
Exactly. No, they are everything.
That's
Well,
a
yeah.
learned behavior. And it's a
As I've grown older, I think what we have to be aware of is that inner voice. The inner voice when you do something that says, "No, I can't do it."
the
And
saboteur.
you got to get rid of that inner voice, and you
It's you
have
have the
to.
good and the evil, right? And the good is the one that you feel it in your guts and you get excited and it spreads up through your spirit and goes out through your jazz
Whereas
fingers.
we do when I meditated, it comes from the chi. The chi is
Yeah.
a source of energy, which is actually below your navel, and you have to get to that, and you can express yourself without fear of critique.
That's what
You
your
know
inner
what? I learned it
saboteur
in
is.
my
It's
French
fear.
class today. I'll say it in French first, and then I'll tell you what it means. I love this. C'est ridicule d'avoir peut-être ridicule means it's ridiculous to be afraid of being ridiculous. Isn't that
That's right.
great? I think that's a book title.
Fortune favors the bold.
Exactly.
If you can dream it, you can do it.
Can do it.
Everything artistic and creative in this world that we rejoice and celebrate and love and enjoy started with a thought. If you have a thought and spirit monger, aka an inner saboteur, throw it under the bus,
Get
start
rid
it
of it.
up,
Get
kick it
rid of
into
that
fourth gear,
spirit.
and run over it.
Yeah, as I often said, that in my youth or actually my 20s, I took acting, and one of the things that they teach you is not to be afraid. Do not to be afraid to act silly.
That's
Just
right.
Because you have
100.
to let yourself go. You'll have to let all your inhibitions go,
That's
and
right.
you just have
Yeah.
to be free. That was a big block, which actually is not now, is for actors to go nude
No,
and actors to go nude. And I've heard people say, or actor, I've never done it, of course, but I've heard actors say, I was frightened of doing that scene, but once I did it, I felt open. I felt that I was
Liberated,
hiding nothing, liberating.
liberated.
I
Because
used to do that when I was hippie living in the mountains.
when you were a hippie,
Yeah,
when,
I still
When?
am. I was a younger
listen, we're
hippie.
all friends here. Don't hide it. You're still
But
a
anyway,
hippie.
what are your classes? And what kind of classes do you teach?
Well, I almost hesitate to say I teach, but I encourage
You
people because
encourage.
people love my resin. So I just bring them in and I put up a nice spread because who doesn't like a good nosh? And then I show them, I let them pick their molds. So this is one thing I do. These are wine stoppers.
You never
Ooh.
stop me.
No, I listen, when I was in law school and
You
people
were
go,
in law school.
how did you pass the bar? And I said, well, I never passed a
Yeah.
bar in my whole life. So,
Where was the bar?
right, why didn't I take my test there? So, these are some
Oh,
wine
that's
stoppers. People
pretty.
love them. These are some fall candle
Oh my
holders. This is all
gosh.
resin. The coaster I'm using,
Oh, beautiful. Oh.
mushroom
Uh-huh, of
jars.
course. Oh.
All kinds of things. I would show you more, but as Malcolm pointed out, it's just a fake background.
Hmm.
No, it's not.
Yeah. It's virtual.
No, it's not.
In
But
fact,
I really, Annette, want you to talk about your guiding
My
experience and what
guiding
we do.
experience with Hago. So let me tell you this. So obviously, I have a tracheostomy, and it was tra very traumatic. Um, Huge life change. I almost hesitate to say that I was intubated incorrectly because I was at that time having um, grand mal seizures. And
Mm.
so what happened was I went out to check the mail, had a grand mal seizure in the parking lot. My service dog went to look for help.
ooh,
And the service dog lured somebody out to the parking lot. They found me. And I remember this. Sometimes when you have a grand mal seizure, you're completely out of it. I did have a grand mal seizure once in my kitchen where I crashed through a baker's stand, shattering glass, woke up, crawled to the couch, and came to 3 days later. So sometimes you can be out of it for days. On this day, I was just catatonic, so I could hear and see what was happening around me, but I could not respond. I had six more seizures in the 7 minutes it took to get to the hospital and continued to seize at the hospital. And I heard the doctor say, we have to induce a coma or she's going to die. We have to let her mind reset itself. And I can't respond. I can't move a thing. And I felt the intubation and I was in a coma for 4 days. Woke up trying to kick the breathing tube out of my neck with my muscles because you're tied down. And I then went through skilled nursing facilities. I didn't know how to take, I was in ICUs every 6 weeks for a year, 13 months. I was back in the hospital undergoing another surgery. Nobody helped me learn how to deal with it. I felt like they had turned me into a monster. And people have said, did you sue them? How could I ever, ever sue those people? They were not trying to hurt me. They were trying to save my life.
and they did.
And they
Thank God.
did. And they did.
Uh,
And were I to have sued them, maybe the next time this happened, they would all hesitate and that person would die. You tell me how much money that's worth.
Price.
Do you feel that this experience has liberated you? That you're more
Um,
free to be who you think you should be, or the things that you want to do? Be more adventuresome.
well, uh, that's an interesting thought, Malcolm. I don't feel like it gave me a license to be me because I've always been done, said what I wanted to do. And I've never been wrapped up in looks. So that was a blessing because I think had I been a vain person, this just would have taken me out of the game.
Mhm.
I mean, I was never a vain person, and I always knew that uh, the the inner core of a human being is where the beauty stems from, and the ugliness, and the evil. Because I have met some universally, inexplicably beautiful people, undeniably
Mhm.
attractive. And within 5 minutes of talking to them, it was like looking at the picture of Dorian Gray.
Well, if you notice, I always tell people, I've been around long enough. When you meet someone, they look a certain way.
Yes,
Depending on their personality and what you
yes,
think of them, and probably like, 2, 3 months or whatever, they are entirely different.
yes.
All of a sudden there's a warmth, there's something that comes in that comes out to you.
They can be, I found in 5 minutes, a person can become repellent or
Mm,
so attractive and magnetic.
mm. Yeah,
And
that's true.
that's because it comes from within,
Yeah,
not from
yeah,
what they
right,
look like.
right. I have a question. Speaking of what you look like, I have a question for you because I couldn't help noticing the thing in your throat.
Yes,
What is it?
it's a tracheostomy. So when I was intubated, and listen, people are intubated every single time that they have an operation. It's just they intubate you after they put the gas in you and you go to sleep.
Yeah.
Then they lean your head back and they stick a breathing tube in you. But you're relaxed. And this is another reason I never sought to sue the hospital. And that was because I was seizing when they intubated me. So I wasn't relaxed. I was completely tensed up.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And so when they stuck the breathing tube down, it raked my trachea and scar tissue began to. Your body has a way of healing itself on the outside, and it has a way of healing itself internally. And stenosis is how a body begins to throw up layers to heal an internal wound. And this, my wound was so great that the stenosis that was throwing, my body was throwing up layer after layer after layer. It was going across my trachea to the point where I couldn't breathe.
Wow.
And by the time I finally got somebody to pay attention to me, I was so weak, Malcolm, that I was going to the emergency room and I could not cross the parking lot anymore to get to the bus stop to go home.
Uh,
And I began sleeping on the grounds of the hospital and going into the emergency room on different shifts, hoping to find somebody who would listen to me. Something is wrong. And finally, my doctor put me into the hospital. And an ENT doctor came, ear, nose, and throat, came in and stuck a camera down there and said, "Oh my God, you're breathing through the size of a straw."
yeah, you're not getting the oxygen you need.
And he said, we're getting you into the ER tomorrow. When he came and saw me the next day after the operation, he said, by the time we got you in to the ER, that had closed to the size of a spaghetti noodle. In 24 hours, you would have been dead. Your body would have thrown up another layer and you would have stopped breathing and dropped and died right
Wow. So is that a 24 hour 7 thing that you have to
all
wear?
it's my life.
In order to
N-
breathe.
It's my
Right. Well,
life.
no, when you meet people, do you prefer if they speak about that right away and just get the issue off the table?
I'm happy to do whatever makes them
Oh,
comfortable.
okay.
It's undeniable that it's there. Some people will bring it up. I was doing a live stream when I was with Hago. I was doing a live stream at the Sacramento Zoo, and a mother stopped me and she said, can my son say hi to you? And I said, of course. And he was in a stroller, and I looked down and he had a tracheostomy too.
Oh,
Um,
so he felt he was
And
not alone.
so
Yeah.
I hugged him and loved on him some.
Yeah.
And it felt, listen, if people, I'm not uptight about it. My life has never been about my throat.
Well, I must say, for the things that you have been through, you are such a positive person. It comes out, in talking
it
to you,
does. It's
the
delightful.
life comes out, the life form. But I hate to say this, our time is up.
You
What?
know what we have to do, Annette? We have to have you back because
What?
this 20 minutes is just not enough here. Would you
I,
come back?
I think a day might be too little, but
I would absolutely come back. Do we have just a minute for me to read this passage that I
go,
felt was so appropriate for today?
go for it.
So this book has you can read it by any topic you want, but you can go day by day. And so for March 20th, this is what it said. Don't be afraid to stand out. There will always be a certain expectation of those who do things differently. Different is often misunderstood, but don't be afraid of that. That divergence is where glory resides. Graciously learn from others, but don't become them. Unless you've built the box, don't try to squeeze into it. It wasn't made to fit you. Allow your wild spirit to boldly flourish. Don't waste your magic by trying to be like everybody else.
You're the
Fantastic.
best person at being you.
Fantastic. But anyway,
All right,
Ayana,
I'll
take
take
us
this
out.
out. I will. And Annette, I'll be in touch with you.
And thank you very
So,
much, Annette.
Thank you so
no,
much, Malcolm. I'm gonna throw
don't
something
go
at my
yet. Don't go
whole
yet.
background.
Okay, we hope you have enjoyed our show. I know I have. If you have any questions or comments, please send us a message at malcolmpresents@gmail.com. Remember, you can find us at malcolmpresents.com and on YouTube and celebrating everyday people on Facebook and Buzzsprout. Goodbye.
Bye,
Bye
everybody.
bye. Have a magical day.
You too. Bye.